In this video, I'll show you how Etsy SEO works. It will be a complete tutorial, everything you need to know to set your Etsy shop up so you can start to rank higher and show up on search. All right, so let's get into it. There's a lot of value here. Hopefully you enjoy. Let's get started. Just a quick introduction on what you'll learn in this video is first, what is Etsy SEO and why it's important? Number two, understanding the different phases of Etsy's search. So this is something a lot of new sellers don't know, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Number three is different factors that can influence the Etsy search ranking. Okay, there's a lot of different things that you can know, but I'll break them down. It'll be pretty simple, okay? And last is actionable tips that you can implement right now to have a better optimized store to start ranking. All right, let's get started. It's gonna be fun. So starting off, what is Etsy SEO? So Etsy SEO is all about optimizing your shop and your product listings to make sure that they appear on search results so that when potential buyers are looking for products, your items can be seen, right? You're getting organic traffic from the Etsy platform. And that's basically all it is, right? It's utilizing the search engine optimization to help promote your products and get seen from the buyers. And why is this important? So it's really important because you can leverage the existing Etsy audience so that you can gain free traffic to your products, to your stores. And this is the number one way I like to drive traffic for any of my shops. And same with our students, this is the only strategy that we use and it's a very sustainable way. And I've been doing this for years. I've had shops that I opened up 5-6 years ago and it's still generating traffic and sales every day just by leveraging Etsy SEO. So let's break down the Etsy search into two different factors. And it's really important to understand this. Number one, query matching. Okay, so this is when customers search and Etsy will analyze your listings, looking at the titles, the tags, the descriptions, the categories, the attributes, and see how it aligns with what the buyers are searching for. Okay, so a lot of this will come down to the different keywords that you implement in your titles, tags, and description and other areas as well. The second factor for Etsy search and ranking is called ranking. Okay, so behind the scenes, Etsy will rank matching listings based on a lot of different factors, from shop reviews, from CTRs, which means the click-through rate, and also conversion rate. How well does your listing actually convert? Okay, and then we'll get into different quality scores and things like that later on in this video, so make sure to stick around. And for me, I believe ranking is more important in the long run into what will actually make your shop sustainable in the long run. Because yes, it's quite easy to figure out what those keywords are, but ranking, having good quality scores, what truly matters. And we'll talk about that later in this video. So Etsy search ranking factors. Okay, so number one is relevance. So what is relevance? So this is by matching the titles, tags, descriptions, and categories and attributes like what we talked about earlier with the shopper's query boost and your listing's potential to appear in search results. And when you have exact keyword matches, that will elevate your listing's relevancy and page ranking. So it's really important that the keywords that you're putting into your listings really make sense and it does apply to each of the listings. You don't want to just slap on different keywords just because of those keywords have more search volumes, more demand, and you're thinking, hey, maybe I'll just put that onto my listing and just hope that it can just get those traffic. That's not how it works. You want to make sure that the keywords you input into each of your listings does match up with the product itself. And this will give you true relevance. Next is recency. So new Etsy listings will get a temporary boost in search results just to elevate the buyer's engagement and quality. And also renewed listings will receive a small boost. There is a strategy that I like to implement with my students when it comes to launching a new store. And we like to really take advantage of this new Etsy listing strategy while getting that temporary boost. So if you're interested, we do have a free masterclass you can check out and I go through that whole process into that strategy. So check it out in the description for the free masterclass. So let's get back into this. The duration of the temporary boost varies, but it can last from a few hours to a couple days, right? It really depends on the search frequency, the niche, the category you're in. So if you're able to gain momentum in your shop and your listings by getting some initial sales, then make sure you take advantage of it. From there, it can really snowball Next, let's talk about listing quality score. So Etsy looks at how well a listing converts, and this means how many people are viewing a product and purchasing it. So this is called conversion. So they use this to determine whether buyers are interested, and which can boost a listing's quality score and placement in search results. So there's a lot of different factors that can play a role into the listing quality score. And some of them can be how much engagement someone is getting from the listings, how many clicks they're getting, are they getting sales, are they getting reviews? So a lot of these things can play a role. And at the end of the day, they will give you a listing quality score. And based on what that score is, they can rank you higher in search. Next one is customer experience score. Okay, so Etsy aims for a very positive shopping experience. So every shop receives a customer and market experience score, and this can also factor into the search placements. This can include getting great reviews, having completed your shop policies, and also adding your about sections. This can heavily impact your search ranking and the overall experience score that they give you. There's a whole checklist that we like to go through in terms of what you need to do to optimize your shop, and I see a lot of new sellers are making this mistake. There's simple things that you can implement, just like your FAQ, right, to make sure your customer has the best shopping experience. And Etsy will notice this and they'll want to promote you more. Next is shoppers' habit. So it's important to note that personal searches may not reflect the overall search results. Whenever you are searching on Etsy, what you might see could be different from what others will see. So don't rely on your own searches to understand how well your items will show up, because that's just a small part of the whole picture. A lot of times we have our students will be searching on different listings, looking at competitors, looking at their own listings and figuring out, hey, why is mine not ranking on this page? Why is theirs ranking on this and that? But I like to tell them, hey, this is only from what you're searching, because you're so heavily into this category that it can be skewed. So what you're seeing from there will be different, and the reason is because Etsy is a lot smarter now than it was years ago when I first started. They want to make sure that they're catering the best products for that specific buyer based off their previous history, what they've been looking for, what their actions are. If they know that they like certain products more than others, maybe certain color palettes more than others, right? They'll cater different items depending on who that exact buyer is. Okay, so this is actually great for us. As long as we create good products, we have the proper SEO in place, Etsy will show that to the best buyers possible. Okay, so it's a win-win. It's great for us. Now let's go over some actionable tips. Okay, so it's always nice to have some things that you can take home that you can implement right now. So number one is keyword refinement. You want to check your stats to see which listings are getting the most views from Etsy search. Then from there, you want to look at the keywords that are getting you the views, and you want to see if you can implement them to your other listings. If you have certain keywords that are doing really well for you and you're missing them in other listings and it applies to those other listings, then definitely include them, because those keywords seem to be working for you and you want to capitalize on that. And last is update the tags or adding other popular keywords to make sure that your less popular listings can be improved, can be better, like what we mentioned just now. Actionable tip number 2 is customer experience enhancement. Okay, like we mentioned earlier, providing a good customer experience is going to really help your quality score, and Etsy will know that and they'll want to promote you even more. So maintaining an excellent customer service will boost your customer experience score, and you definitely want to encourage positive reviews by just providing exceptional service and promptly addressing customer inquiries. One thing I like to tell my students is to set up an automated post-purchase message, and this is when someone buys a product from you, Etsy will automatically send them a custom message that you can craft saying, hey, I'm a new small business owner and any review can help, any feedback can help, please let me know how I can make my products better. And I find that really helpful, and it can also drive more reviews to your shop, and that will ultimately help your shop out so much at the beginning stages. So if you haven't set up an automated post-purchase message, make sure to do so. Actionable tip number 3. So now let's talk about how to craft your titles. So it's super important. A lot of people are not really fully optimizing all of their character spaces and the titles. So here are a couple things. Number 1 is use exact search phrases. So you want to include keywords that customers are actually using when they're searching for your products. A tool that I like to use for this is called eRank, so you can check it out in the descriptions below, but it's a great way to understand what are some keywords that people are actually looking for, how much demand there are, what are the competition rate, and that is a tool that I like to use when it comes to finding the best keywords for my shop, my listings, and things like that. Second part is start with primary keywords. Whenever you're crafting your titles, you want to lead with the most relevant keyword at the beginning of your titles and your tags. So for this example here is 18K gold-plated floral necklace. Okay, so that is their main primary keyword, and this actually falls over to the next one, which is long tail keywords. If you don't know what long tail keywords are, just to sum it up, it's a way to incorporate multiple keywords into one phrase. So all of these can create multiple combinations of keyword phrases, but also fits as one as well. So this is a long tail keyword. You got, let's say, floral necklace, you got gold-plated necklace, or 18K floral necklace. So there's a lot of different combinations, right? But see what you can do to implement that into your titles and tags. So next is not so much an actionable tip, it's just something I want to bring to your attention. And this is the Star Seller Badge. You may be aware of this. There's a couple requirements you need to get this badge for your shop, but I want to clear some things up. May be confusing, but the Star Seller, this doesn't directly impact how your products will be seen on a search page. It doesn't directly help with getting you ranked more. However, this will make it easier for buyers to identify shops that are Star Seller shops, and it can give them more trust to buy from you. And then from that, indirectly, it will help your ranking score, your quality score, and then you can rank higher that way. Okay, so it does help indirectly. And the second reason is why you do want to aim for a Star Seller Badge is that it's filterable. When you are on the search page, you can actually filter items by star sellers, and there are going to be buyers who only want to shop from stores that have the Star Seller Badge. Okay, so it's another reason why you may want to get it, but when you're starting out, don't worry about it. You can still find success without having this. Okay, and I've opened up stores in the past and I've been able to gain momentum within a short few months, and eventually they're getting the Star Seller, but you don't need it at the beginning. You can still find success if you don't have one, so don't worry about it. Okay, and that is it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and just to wrap it all up, think of Etsy search as your gateway into this big marketplace. Okay, it's a huge marketplace on Etsy, and there's a lot of people who are searching for products like yours. Okay, so without knowing how Etsy search or Etsy SEO works, your products will remain hidden. Okay, this is unless you have a big social media following and you're just leveraging that, then that's okay. But for most of us, we want to just leverage the marketplace. We don't want to try promoting on social media. And I've built many shops in the past where I don't even use any social media. I don't use Instagram. I don't use Pinterest for these things. I just leverage the organic traffic on Etsy, and I've been able to build multiple sustainable businesses from that. And you can do it as well, as long as you know how to implement the proper SEO tactics into your store. Okay, so keep that in mind. It's very important, but don't get overwhelmed. It's not that complicated. You just gotta figure out what the titles, tags, and figuring out how to boost your quality scores. Right, little tips and tricks can really go a long way. And once you're able to gain momentum, and it can just run passively in the background. And I want to add one more thing. If you are interested to learn more about how to build a profitable digital product shop from start to finish, then I welcome you to check out the Digital Freedom Academy. Okay, you can find that in the descriptions, and we go through the entire process from start to finish, how to build a sustainable and profitable digital product shop. There's a lot more information there. We have a lot of students in the program already, and you can check it out in the descriptions if you're interested to learning more. If you want to have our guidance, have different modules, weekly live coaching calls with myself, and yeah, I'd like to welcome you there. So more information, check it out in the descriptions. And that is it. Subscribe if you enjoyed this. Let me know if you like these kind of videos, if you like this kind of presentation style. I spent a lot of time creating this, so hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.